John chapter 14, 1-3, let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are a few mansions. This is Christ speaking, red letter edition. It says many mansions. Aren't you happy for that? That means there's room for all of us and all our friends, all our family. As many people as we can. These Bible studies, I'm so excited about what these young people are doing with Bible study, getting into the community. Amen? It's great to see them a part of our community here, you know? If it were not so, I would have told you, I go and prepare a place for you. In red letter it says, from Christ. If I go and prepare a place for you, I might come again. It says, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you may be also. That's a promise from the King, Creator of the universe. My dad says, he's passed away at 87. He says, son, I remember the day when you could shake a man's hand and transfer property or livestock. We didn't need these thick papers. There's people in this room that understands that. Man's word meant something. It's a different day we live in, right? A different kind of day we live in. In fact, we need to pray for the young people that are part of our faith community here. The level of attack, spiritual attack on this generation is many, many more times than on the rest of us that are a little bit older in this room. I grew up on Andy and Mayberry. Come on. You know? Lassie. It taught values about lying, cheating, stealing. You can turn on the TV now and they put people on an island and they tell you if you lie enough, you cheat enough, if you deceive enough, we're going to give you $1 million. Think of that. When I was growing up, there's a new show that came out. All the Christian community got upset. There's a little lady who had a nose that twinkled like this. Called Bewitched, anything. All the Christian community, all face says, oh no, spiritualism's on TV, and everybody got really upset. And, folk, you know this. That is mild compared to what's on TV today with spiritualism. It's a different day. There's a different level of attack on our young people, and I thank you for how you're supporting your kids here in this community. Well, we're not to be fearful. The Lord's coming back, and He can't wait to take us home with Him. What cars taught me about God? It taught me, I wrote down several things. It taught me patience. When I was polishing the car, take the necessary time to get the car to make it look just right. It taught me a lot about patience. It also taught me a little bit about anger management. You understand what I'm saying? Those that, especially if you're in cold country like I am sometimes, I'm working on my car and I'm wrenching on something and it slips, you understand? I don't have Snap-on. All I have is Craftsman and some other things that are less expensive, and it slips and gets going. And you hit right here, it's called anger management, It tells you, it teaches you to handle things and then kind of keep bouncing and to hold your tongue, the value of the power. It teaches me to value other people's opinions. When I was out at the big auction with a couple of my friends here, it was amazing that we have different taste, different opinions. I haven't said this to them privately, but I'm saying it publicly, is one of the fellows, I won't tell you which one I was with, of the three of us out there, he says, isn't that a gorgeous car? And I'm thinking inside, oh, no, you got to be kidding. Are you saying that car? I'm saying to myself. He said, that is beautiful. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. And he started looking at it, and he's so excited. And so I learned to celebrate with him, saying, it is a pretty nice car. Yeah, that's okay, yeah. And yes, let's take another hour and a half and look at it. Yeah, let's go over there. Let's go. Okay, when I'm ready to go look at something else. It wasn't that long. But, cars teach us to value other people's opinions and viewpoints. At least it has for me. And then I wrote down some other things. But I'll go to this closing thought, this closing story. It was Denver, Colorado. I was youth director of Rocky Mountain Conference. It was Saturday night. We're down in Denver there by Porter Hospital. It was a little boring. Some friends up in the mountains called us, says, come on up, we're going to have a social tonight. Nothing planned, just some popcorn, a little bit of pizza. We'll have some table games. I said, well, that sounds good, Betty, let's do it. So we head up to the mountains, the foothills there of Denver. We get there, and by the way, they told me on the phone, there'll be people from the community with us, not just, people from the church. I said, that's great. I like that. I like to rub shoulders with people in the community. We got there, we started playing a little game, a fun little game, and there's a rook game kind of thing going on. And so I had a partner, I had not met him before, he's from the neighborhood, and we were doing very well that night. It We had a partner. And so every time, you understand these kind of people, when you go to the social, and the team that's winning wants to keep going late at night, and everybody else is ready to, I'm done. So he and I were doing good. So we had to keep talking to everybody to stay at the table because we were just having a great time. They weren't, but we were having a great time. So we were winning and having a great time. And eventually everybody's ready to leave. And we said, hey, new rules. New rules. There is no cheating tonight. The rules is there's no cheating. However you want to put signals together or kick underneath. So we put our little system together. We had different colors like red, red eye. And we were really discreet. And 2 kicks under the table means this, trump card. And so we had a system because we got all back at the table. And everybody was having a great time and laughing because everybody knew each other was trying to signal each other. And we just laughing and having a great time late at night, past midnight. And about halfway through that laughter and all that fun, he looks over at me. His name's Raleigh. He looks over at me and he says, Reverend, he says, I'm dying. And the whole table just went quiet. And it just went real quiet. And so everybody kind of melted away. And he continued talking to me. He says, Reverend, I just learned that my body's full of cancer. And I just have a short time to live. And he looked at me and he says, I am scared to death.